When you think you have kids?
I'm not having kids.
What you mean you're not having kids?
I'm not having kids.
That's what you was born here to do.
No, I'm not.
Why would you not want to have kids?
Why would
I'm asking you.
Why don't I want to have kids? I don't see any benefit.
For giving somebody life?
You have a kid and your life becomes about the kid. I want my life to be about me.
Oh, you selfish.
That's okay.
Why do men hate single child-free women? Is it because we're free to do whatever it is we want to do and we want to do it how we want to do it? Is it a control issue where men would rather see women subjugated and taking care of children and having no life of her own, unable to do anything that she really wants to do? Why do men hate single child-free women?
Why is it that women that don't want to have kids, men are really angry with them? Like, men are upset with women that choose to be child free. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about that particular topic. So first of all, I'm going to be playing some videos in which I'm going to be reacting to, and after all the videos, then I'm going to give my own opinion about what I think the problem is. Let's get into this video, guys.
Parents who are mad at child-free content on here are actually just mad at themselves, because that content is a reminder that they had another choice. And that can be extremely triggering, especially for women who are realizing that motherhood is not what they were promised. So to already feel this way and then come on here and see women actively avoiding the lifestyle decision that they made is jarring, because one, it feeds into this already existing insecurity that they have, and two, it is not giving them that external validation that they believed that they were going to receive once they started having kids. Child-free women will always be a threat to the message that a woman's main purpose in life is to have children. And this message is so deeply ingrained into our society that it does take an immense amount of effort, critical thinking, intention, and research and courage to challenge whether you as an individual want that for yourselves. And the majority of child-free women have done this. They have reflected on what motherhood could look like for them, and they have decided that it is not for them and that that path is not right for them, despite the repercussions, such as people online being upset with their decision. I will say this time and time again. It is not enough to have kids simply because you were taught to want kids, because the people around you are having kids and you want to fit in, because you think the aesthetic is cute, because you think it is the next step in your life. Having a child, motherhood, those things are going to irrevocably change your life. Do your research and check in on yourself before making such a big and permanent decision, because you deserve to create a life that reflects exactly what you want to do and what you want from it.
I like watching content about single child-free women because I'm a single child-free woman. Interesting thing is when women make videos about just their lives and them being happy and content, not having children or being in relationships, and how that makes some men very upset. And it's because women that don't have kids and don't have husbands, that are just living their best lives, like, they are not easy to control, they're not easy to manipulate, and a lot of men want to have that kind of a power over a woman. So they will often leave comments like, oh, just wait until you're 50 and you're all alone, or wait until you're old and you have nobody to take care of you. They don't understand that even if you're alone your entire life, even if you have no friends, even if your entire family dies, you can have people that you assign to be your legal guardians. You can, while you're still mentally able, just have a lawyer write your will and what you want done with you and with your estate and all of those things. And do you know how much it costs to raise a child? I've heard that it costs $250,000 to raise just one child. And that was many years ago, so I imagine it's much more now than it was when I heard that. It probably also varies depending on the lifestyle that you want to live and the kind of life you want to provide for your child. Like, do you want them to go to public school or private school? Do you want to pay for their college? Do you want to have them have braces? Like, those sorts of things. But it's still hella expensive, and if you have more than one, it's only going to be even more expensive. So if you don't have kids, that's all money that you can save to be able to plan for your own future, to be able to make sure you have what you need when you're old. And if you become like senile or in a condition where you just can't make your own medical decisions or take care of yourself, like, your money can do that if you budget correctly and if you're financially literate. Not every woman needs to have children to be happy. Not every woman needs to be married to be happy. Some women can be happy without those things in their lives, and there's nothing wrong with that.
One thing I will not tolerate as a child-free, unmarried woman by choice is the hate that we constantly get from men because of it. You don't like us because you want to control us, and we are literally rejecting and denying that possibility in every shape or way that you're presenting it to us. I am not going to inconvenience myself for a shitty marriage to a literal demon or ungrateful children. It's not happening. It's a trap. And even if that's not my reality, I am not going to bring a child into a world that's literally up in flames. Why would I want to do that? And also, simply, I just don't want to sacrifice my mind, my body, my freedom, my time, my life to anyone else. There are certain things that I never want to have to worry about in this lifetime. And if I'm in control of those things, I'm going to make damn sure that they don't happen. I do not want to have to worry about whether or not my child is going to make it home alive from school today or not. I do not want to have to worry about who my husband is out fucking while I'm at home carrying the weight of solely raising the family that he helped create and that he wanted so badly, not me. I don't want to have to worry about raising my kids as a single mother. These things are totally preventable, by the way. If I don't have to live my life like that, I'm not fucking going to. And I don't care if you call me selfish. Yeah, I am selfish. This is my life, and I'm going to live it how I fucking want. Selfish people bring children into this world for selfish reasons all the time, and then the child suffers because of it. Wouldn't you rather someone be selfish and not bring a child into the mix? Like, make it make sense.
As an unmarried, child-free woman, I understand that people will look at me and feel like I don't have enough going on in my life, or I don't have enough responsibility, and therefore try to hand their shit over to me to basically fill my time and my energy. I really feel like people don't like seeing women truly happy and free and abundant, like not weighed down by something. If it's not children, they want you to have a husband. If it's not a husband, they want you to follow all these different social norms of how a woman should be and present herself. If it's not social norms, it's just like people feeling like they can mentally, emotionally, and psychologically tax you because they feel like you don't have enough going on or enough stress in your life. You cannot let people invade your land. So your life, your finances, your mind, your heart, who you are, what you have going on. You can't allow people to invade you and take over simply because they feel like you don't have anything going on. People will literally feel entitled to you, your time, your energy, your effort, your help, just because they perceive you as not having a lot going on in your life. Like, because in their mind, your free time is for them. People don't know having a boundary or saying no unless their plate is already filled with a billion things. So when you say no just to relax, they don't understand that. Like, people genuinely don't understand rest.
Single child-free women are constantly infantilized, and it is made even more obvious during the holidays. So for one, because their time is seen as less valuable, they are usually held to different standards. This can come across as them being expected to spend a longer amount of time visiting family when they go home. And they also are usually pressured to fall into this cool aunt/babysitter role during these family gatherings, to the point where they might even be included at the kids' table. Because again, society has conditioned us to believe that being single is a temporary stage in life, and that single people, especially single women, have this ample availability, because what else could they possibly be doing with their time if not raising a family or helping support a man in some capacity? And let's also not forget the intrusive questions that single child-free women experience. Okay, as if it's not enough to just not want to be in a relationship or not want to have kids. But that's the thing. In our society, where the default option is to be coupled off and to have kids and to get married, it is not seen as a good enough explanation. And that is why there are so many people who feel comfortable and entitled to asking single child-free women about their lifestyle choices. And this all unsurprisingly stems from patriarchy, which continues to reinforce the message that women are not autonomous individuals with valid life goals outside of the family unit. That is why there are so many people who feel so jarred when they come across single child-free women, because those women, that group of people, is proof that there was another choice and that you can be happy with that choice, right?
Men hate child-free women because children were a means to control us. Men hate unmarried women because marriage was also a way to control us.
Full stop. Bam. Men actually have a problem with women who choose to be unmarried or child-free, and I recently experienced that firsthand during a conversation with a male colleague. So I was having a conversation with this colleague of mine, and we're talking about an elderly woman who never had children, and she was unmarried. So I said to him that it's a beautiful thing because it's clearly a choice. From what I could see, she lived a happy and fulfilling life, and he was angry. He was like, oh, she's old, no children to take care of her. I responded and I told him that, but there are so many elderly people with children, and their children barely visit them, call them, or even care for them. Children are not guaranteed retirement plan or an assurance against loneliness. But this guy was angry simply because I said women should have a choice, that a woman can choose to be married or unmarried. A woman can choose motherhood or choose to be child-free. It is their life, it is their decision, it is their choice, it is their body. And this guy was fuming with anger. He said, oh, as a woman, it is a responsibility to have children, it is a responsibility to produce babies, and the only women that are allowed not to have children are the ones that are barren. So according to him, if you're physically able to have children, it is what you're supposedly there for, to have children, to produce babies. At that point, I realized I couldn't even continue with that conversation because the level of anger in that room was honestly disturbing. He was the one shouting, he was the one fuming with anger, he was the one emotionally invested, all because I said women should have autonomy over their bodies and lives. And that conversation made me realize something. Some men are deeply uncomfortable when a woman decides to step out of traditional expectations. The truth is, motherhood should be a choice and not an obligation. Marriage should be a choice and not a requirement. Just because a woman decides not to follow that path for life, her value shouldn't decrease. Some women genuinely wants to have children and be married, which is absolutely beautiful, and other women do not, which is equally valid. So you guys should just stop shaming women that decided to have autonomy over their own body and lives. Women that decided not to follow, not to get married or not to have children. Leave them be. Life goes on. It's none of your business.
The reason child-free women are treated as less valuable in society is because by societal standards, they have not fulfilled their main purpose in life, which is to have kids. And because they don't have kids, their time is seen as less important, which is usually why it is the child-free woman who is expected to cover for a coworker who has early school pickup, or not miss a bachelorette party, or babysit for a friend. Our society has conditioned women to sacrifice themselves to a point where people generally assume that just because child-free women don't have kids, that means that their energy and resources are free to help others and be of service to others. Child-free women are also usually expected to compensate for why they don't have kids. So to explain that they were too busy building their career or traveling the world to have kids. While on the other hand, women who have kids are generally not questioned for their decision to have kids. Misogyny is alive and well, and it's the reason why people have such a hard time believing that child-free women are choosing to be child-free simply because that is what they want to do, and it's based off of their own version of happiness. And since we're on this topic, all women, whether mothers or not, have value beyond motherhood.
I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't care how men feel about women not wanting to have kids. And the reason I don't care is because they don't sacrifice anywhere near as much to become dads as women do to become moms. Their lives remain largely unchanged. Their bodies and their health stay the same. Most of the time, they are not giving up anything to have kids. Stay-at-home dads are rare, and most men will not do anything special for you if you have kids with them. They'll just complain about doing the bare minimum if they even do the bare minimum. Men just don't want older women telling younger women about how hard motherhood actually is. But again, if you're a man, you just do not get to weigh in on this. Unless it's to express support, your opinion carries no weight. Because even if you do nice things for the person that you have kids with, even if you make sure that they're financially taken care of, you get them a nice push present, or they like to call it, you are still not sacrificing anywhere near as much as the person that is carrying that child and birthing it. So
One thing men hate more than women with children: single child-free women who don't center their lives around them. I mean, what else do I need to say? This comment said everything. What else do I need to say? And until they understand why this whole male loneliness epidemic is only going to get worse. It's going to get worse because if they can't see why more and more women don't want children, don't want marriage, don't want to live with a man, would rather be single, etc., etc., if they don't open their damn eyes, I actually kind of feel sorry for them. I mean, not enough to do something about it, and not enough to do the work for them, but just enough to make me feel like, hey, maybe you should do something about it before it's too late. I said this before, but a lot of these people still think it's 1950. And they're wondering why they don't have their 1950s housewife who cooks and cleans and stays barefoot and pregnant. When that was like over 70 years ago.
There's a reason why males are so upset at women who choose to be child-free and don't want to get married. Maybe they're single, they don't want relationships with men, and it's simply because those males cannot control those women anymore. They can't have a hold over them, because if we think about it, it's always the woman usually waiting to get married, waiting to have kids for when the man is ready. But the tables have turned now. So many women like myself don't want to have children because we can see through the rose-tinted glass, you know, what motherhood actually entails, what being tied to a man through having a kid, through marriage actually entails for a woman. Statistically, women who get married and have children actually don't live as long as unmarried, child-free women. And I think women are just waking up collectively, and that terrifies men because they no longer hold all the cards, and I love it. I keep saying, being child-free as a woman is literally a cheat code. Staying unmarried as a woman is a cheat code because you bypass so much of the free labor that comes with being a mother, that comes with being married to a man, the toll that it will take on your mental and physical health, and of course, you know, not being controlled by it. And I'm not saying this is the case for every woman, like, of course not. Of course there are good men and good marriages and good dads, but if we're looking at it from a purely statistic standpoint, then yeah, being a mother and being married to a man is actually dangerous for a woman of today.
People that don't want to have kids are selfish. Point blank. That's the only reason you want to have kids, right? But here's the thing. It's okay to be selfish, right? And I'm a father too. I love my kids. I would never change that. I actually want more kids, right? But I completely understand why people don't want to have kids, right? There's like literally zero incentive. It's financially hard nowadays. You don't know what the hell's going on with the food. A lot of kids are coming out autistic, which, I mean, makes your life a lot harder forever. So I 100% get it. I mean, they're trying to pay people $5,000 to have kids or whatever. That doesn't even cover your first 6 months of having a kid, right? So unless you really want to have a kid, don't do it. Don't let people force you into it. Don't let people bully you into it. Just be selfish for the rest of your life. You'll prioritize you for the rest of your life. And that's okay. Like, and this is coming from a proud parent. Be selfish. It's cool because once you have a kid, you can't be selfish. That's what it is. That's just how it works.
And if you don't know, Men are angry at child-free by choice women because they can't trap us. Motherhood has been the way to coerce, control, and trap women for so long, and they don't have that power over child-free by choice women. So you'll notice that whenever I get comments anyway, and I'm sharing my child-free life, it's pretty much always men. I'd say like 95% men who comment like the most angry, hateful shit ever, because they hate that you have control over your own life, and they hate that they'll never be able to baby trap you, and it makes me so happy.
So, a lot has been said. Well, for me, I am a mom. I keep telling you guys I'm a mom. I have 2 kids. And if I will have the I love my kids. Don't get me wrong. I love my 2 kids. Even when they give me headache, I love them so much. But if I will maybe go back to the past, I want to be a child-free woman. I want to be a child-free woman. Trust me, girl. So I don't see any reason why a woman would tell you that she don't want to have children, and you as a man is angry with her. I don't know why, because normally, in the olden days, they keep saying it's our duty, it's our responsibility to bring children to the world. No, it's not our responsibility. It's our choice. If you decide to bring children, it's your choice. That's why I keep telling the women that want to have children, let it come from you. Let it be your choice, because a man will abandon you. You will be alone with those children. You automatically become a single mother, and it's not easy. So let it be your choice. It's coming from your heart. Let it come from your heart. Okay, this is what I want to do. So I don't get it why men are so angry with child-free women. The reason why they are angry, because they cannot trap you. They cannot control you. Men hate to see women being free, living their life, smile, travel, have a big business, own a company, be a boss. Men don't like it. Not all men. Some men. Most men don't like it. They feel that you should be under them. You as a woman, you need to be under a man. It's a must. You need to be under a man. So if you come out and be like, I don't need a man, I don't want to have children, I just want to live my life, they are angry, because to them you need to be under a man. So I know people always say God said we should come to this world and multiply. If you are multiplying and you don't have the mental health to raise those children, that is also a sin to God. God is not happy with you when you bring children into this world and neglect them. That is the greatest sin of all. So if a woman says she wants to be a child free, because some women, they will be like, no, I cannot handle it. I cannot even take care of myself. I cannot handle a child. Let them be, because most of the time when you force these women to have children, those children will they will neglect those children, because to them, they cannot do it. They are not ready. They are being forced to. I am so happy and I am so proud of women of these days. They are standing up. They are taking back their voice, taking back their power. If a woman wants to have a baby in this modern age, it's by choice. She wants to have a baby. She's ready to have a baby. So if a woman does not see you fit to have a child with, or if a woman decides to be child free, it's none of your business. Definitely not your business. There was a clip I saw of a man saying if he was a woman, he's never going to have children. And if it was a reverse case, if they were the one that was having these children, trust me, they will not have more than one child. They will not. And most of them will say they also want to be child free. So my fellow ladies, let them keep hating. Is just that's what most men do best. Hate on a woman that says she don't want to have a child, because you feel as a woman she need to be under a man, she need to be controlled, she need to be tamed, she need to be on the leash. Are we dogs? Woman don't want to have kids, you are angry. Some men, not all men, I don't want to trigger the good men, because there are some good men out there. There are some men that when they see what their wife go through, they'll be like, no baby, we are just having one child and we are done. That is a man. That is a man that sees that this pregnancy is not a joke. So, like I said before, I wish I know what I know now. I would love to be child-free a woman, because I noticed some. You see those women that don't have kids, they are very young. They look younger. Some of them will be 40. They will look younger. They will be there because they don't have stress. They are not shouting. They are not worried. They don't have headache. Well, kudos to all the mamas out there, including me. It's not easy, but we decided to have children, so God will give us the strength to raise them. Anyway, guys, we've come to the end of this video. If you have anything to talk about, maybe you're a child-free woman, tell us your experience. How do you feel? Are people constantly pushing you to have kids? Drop into the comment section. I'll see you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to like and please don't forget to share. I love you guys. Bye, y'all.